Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, Wisdom in Golf at our Richmond Hill location. And today is a really important video. For those of you who are worried about losing your kids when it comes to golf and you're worried that they won't enjoy it enough, well, yeah, you got plenty to worry about because so many of our kids are being exposed to way too much technical jargon, way too much technical information. And it's not becoming fun anymore. It's becoming more of a job. And you don't want them to work at golf. You want them to play at golf. So what we need to do is to provide them with very simple tasks to accomplish. So many of them, so you know when you hear the expression, swing your best swing, swing your own swing. There was a wonderful advertising gig for I believe it was USGA with Arnold Palmer, and swing your best swing was the thing. So be yourself on the golf course. Well, most people don't even know what their swing is because they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing. So we gotta boil it down to what is the task. What are you here to do? Most people don't understand that this golf club is first and foremost a grass cutting device. Yeah. So here's a grass cutting device. It's called a grass whip. You can pick it up at your, it's online because they're not going to leave something like this around for, kids to swing around the store. So for 15 bucks, you can pick up one of these things, and it's called a grass whip. For some of you in the US, it may be called a sling blade. And all you're going to do is cut grass in the backyard. Hey, have them do a chore at the same time. So you're just cutting the grass and then see if you can get them to cut the grass in both directions. So if you can cut grass in both directions, well, watch. I'm cutting, I'm cutting, I'm cutting, I'm cutting. Do you see that as being off plane whatsoever? It's perfectly on plane. What plane do you need to be on to cut grass? I'm going to gouge the ground. I'm not going to cut grass. Well, where do I need to be to cut grass? Well, they're going to figure that one out pretty darn quick. So now we have a grass whip that's safer. The Melhorn grass whip, you'll see it on my website store page. We even have the Wisdom in Golf logo on it. So you have them, grab one of these, and see that little tee right there, and just have them cut some tees. So you put some tees in the ground, use the plastic ones that don't break, and then put a ball in the tee. You say, okay, can you cut the tee out from under the ball without touching the ball? So their eyes are going to be on the grass, the attention's going to be on the sole of this thing, and we're cutting through that tee, and the ball just falls to the ground. Wow, look at that. So now you take this wonderful grass cutting tool, and I'm not kidding. See, Ping has a little notch right here. It started out, they use this for club fitting to be able to bend the clubs properly, but it started out as this, being able to cut grass from there to there, so less turf drag. And you look at many players in the history of the game have always traded up to new clubs only because there was better turf interaction. That's the deal with bounce on wedges and the special grinds on the sole. Why do you think we harp so much on how the club goes through the grass, the rails on the Cobra fairway woods? It's all about turf interaction. So now you put a ball on the tee and you say, okay, put your eyes on the sole of the club, put your eyes on the sliver of grass between the sole of the club and the tee, and focus on simply cutting through the tee. And if they cut through the tee beautifully, well, there you go. They're going to strike the ball purely in the center of that club face. So we're going to set up some dandelions in the backyard. There you go. So you can do this with wiffle balls. And we're going to send these to specific targets. So the first one, I'm going to go left of red, the second one into red, and the third one into green. So I'm just cut my dandelion stems in my backyard. Cut the grass, cut the grass, cut the grass. Now my brain sees where that club is passing. It knows exactly where. Left of red, into red. Tried to avoid that third one coming back at me. So you can see how I'm starting to associate the direction of my cut to the direction I want the ball to go on. And then they realize, okay, if I cut grass with this much face angle, the ball's going to go way high and way right. If I cut grass with this face angle, the ball's going to go way left. If I cut grass with this face angle, hey, it looks like it's going nice and straight. So you're no longer thinking about what you're doing with your angles to meet the ball, because the ball is not your target. The goal in golf is to send the ball to the target out there. So in order to do that, you need to cut grass in that direction. So give your kids a real easy task. Get them to have fun. Get them to acquire a skill and evolve with the skill. Then you're going to keep them. They're going to have a blast. And they don't have to think about what they're trying to do. All right? Enjoy.